Okay, so I decided to see Independence Day, and it was a pretty good movie. But then it got a sequel. And of every sequel that nobody asked for was just like Pacific Rim Uprising and the new Predator movie, and of course Prometheus and Alien Covenant, sequels to popular sci-fi movies that nobody wanted and completely flopped. Well, Independence Day Resurgence is one of those movies. Okay, one of those movies. It's just like the Predator remake and Alien Covenant, and of course, let's not forget Pacific Rim Uprising a year earlier. So, Independence Day is a very popular movie. It made $800 million, but this movie only made, they didn't even make $400 million. Okay, before we start, make sure you like or dislike or share or comment. It helps boost the views here. Seeing as a negative review will probably get more views in the review of the first movie because for some reason people like negativity more positivity. I keep trying to tell certain people that, but they don't. They seem to just not understand how people work. For some reason, people like the negative opinions, unless it's about a read about Angel. If it's anything positive, read about Angel. Read about Angel deserves all the positivity in the world. Okay, so in many movies, sci-fi movies have gotten very popular since Star Wars has come out. Many sci-fi movies have come out. Well, and now we'll be talking about this movie, Independence Day Poop Surgeons, because that's what it is. It sucks. Okay, it's terrible. Um, it's a pile of crap. That's basically it. So basically, 40 years after the aliens were defeated. Yeah, really 40 years after well, it's literally 20 years. Actually, no, it's 20 years after the first movie. 20 years after the first movie was ironically made, took 20 years to make this movie because they could have made it a sequel in the 90s when the movie was popular, not 2016. I can't wait till the 2046 Independence Day. It's Independence Day. We are lazy. We can't think of any new ideas because that's what the third movie will be called. So basically, the movie is basically we discovered alien technology to develop a defense program, but but then the aliens some aliens come to save the planet. We shoot them down, even though they're coming to save us. We didn't even give them a chance to save us, and then we have the complete repeat of a plot. We have plot points not even addressed in the first movie. Like, why would the queen of the leader of the aliens come to Earth? Isn't that such? It's just such a plot convenience that the leader of the aliens, instead of staying back in a phone, the queen of the aliens, she comes with them. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you? It's just I get sometimes leaders and movies do come in wars like in the Roman era, but really, why would your queen come and her own ship and destroy the planet? Why couldn't she send like a high ranking official or something in the alien forces? Or how? And then they were leading up to a sequel, but the sequel never happened because this movie completely flopped because nobody liked it. Let's see what people think of this movie on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, that only 40% of people like the movie. Well, I'm not surprised because this movie is the worst. One of the worst sequels. Very disappointing. If you just want to watch Independence Day, just watch the original. Okay, that's just it's an unnecessary sequel, basically, because they could have just made a sequel that actually was good. Okay, but actually, this was worse. Long Independence Day was such the shittiest movie of the entire universe. I walked out feeling angry and I was pissed. Well, at least it wasn't as bad as the Predator reboot, which came out 2 years later, because at least this movie is a bit entertaining at the end. But the last, minutes didn't make any sense whatsoever. Or how about the guy surviving for 40 years surviving for 40 years without food or water? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, this movie doesn't make any sense. Okay, the CGI was actually well, there were good parts of this movie. This movie isn't as bad. Oh, that was another one of my videos. That is not the same as Bug. That's actually correct though. There are a few good things about this movie, unlike the Predator remake. The CGI is pretty decent, and some of the acting is tolerable in this movie, unlike other awful sci-fi sequels such as the Predator remake and Alien Covenant, which they both, which and it's so this movie's on Pacific Rim uprising in terms of badness. The action scenes are actually pretty decent, as uh, but the whole part of the movie is completely terrible. So that's basically it about Independence Day Resurgence. I give it a 3 out of 10.